these three big, burly males who stumble upon a young upstart trying to cozy up to their lioness. And let me tell you, these guys aren't about to roll out the welcome mat. No, they're ready to growl. With roars that could shake the savannah and teeth sharp enough to slice through steel, it's a showdown like no other. These two tiger buddies, usually as thick as thieves, are now locked in a ferocious tug-of-war over territory. One minute they're strolling side by side like BFFs, and the next, wham! It's claws out and fur flying as they battle it out for dominance. Okay, two alpha males locked in a battle for supremacy over their patch of turf. At first, it's all posturing and chest pumping, but then the intruder refuses to back down. It's on like Donkey Kong. Meanwhile, the third fox is watching it all from a safe distance, probably thinking, what on earth are these guys up to? Well, let's just say things just got a whole lot more interesting. We've got a male Siberian tiger itching for a brawl with a lion who's been poking the bear. And guess what? It's not just them in the ring. Two other lions are eyeing the action, ready for some front row entertainment. A young male lion, eager to flex his muscles, ventures beyond the safety of his pride's territory. Red, feeling invincible, strays too far and finds himself smack dab in the middle of a hyena clan's turf. With over 20 hyenas closing in, it's like being outnumbered in a game of dodgeball. Can you imagine the fear coursing through his veins? Bakari, the fearless leader of his baboon troop, leads them to the great unknown. But little do they know, danger alerts around every corner, ready to spring like a coiled snake. Suddenly, the tension in the air is so thick you can cut it with a butter knife. But does Bakari back down? Not a chance! With a battle cry that echoes through the trees, he rallies his troops and prepares to face whatever comes their way. And just when you think they've got a handle on things, boom! A pack of cheetahs burst onto the scene, hungry for a baboon buffet. But Bakari's not about to let his crew go down without a fight. With lightning speed and nerves of steel, he charges into battle, ready to defend his turf with every ounce of his being. An old, short-tempered elephant, not in the mood for any nonsense, decides to clear the waterhole of any unwanted guests. With a flick of its trunk, it sends wildebeests and impalas running for the hills. But one brave buffalo isn't about to back down. Thirsty and determined, it steps up to the plate and faces off against the elephant, tusks to tusks. It's late June and those pups are turning into little powerhouses right before our eyes. They're growing faster than weeds in a rainstorm and itching to stretch their legs outside the den. Black Spot, the guardian angel of the pack, is keeping a watchful eye on those rambunctious furballs. But just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, an intruder crashes the party, looking to stir up some trouble. Next up, we have a show between two grizzly titans fighting tooth and claw for territory supremacy. These big boys have been growling and eyeing each other for quite some time, like two heavyweight boxers sizing each other up before the big match. But when the tension reaches its boiling point, it's like a powder keg waiting to explode. Balu, the big cheese around here, ain't taking no guff from nobody. At 7 years young, he's the king of the hill, keeping those other bears in check with a swift smackdown. Who's gonna mess with Balu? Not on his watch. A gang of baboons squares off for a turf war. With 6 to 7 feisty primates itching for a tussle, things are about to get hairy. Who do you think will emerge victorious in this epic battle for territory? A rival female leopard struts into Dodge's territory, making her claim like she owns the place. But Dodge isn't having any of it. With lightning speed, she swoops in, ready to defend her turf with tooth and claw. Doesn't this sound horrible? As if one would certainly be killed. You might think cattle are all about peace and tranquility, but guess what? They've got a wild side too. Here you go with a bull and a zoe going head-to-head in a fierce battle for territory. Who knew these seemingly calm creatures had such fiery tempers? These scaly critters are duking it out tooth and nail in a battle of territorial supremacy. It's a no-holds-barred brawl with each lizard refusing to back down. They're locked in a gripping struggle, determined to succeed. But who will come out on top? No one knows for now. In the heart of a river battleground, hippos and crocodiles play a deadly game of cat and mouse, each vying for dominance in their watery domain. But when 3 brave lions dare to step into the fray, the stakes skyrocket. These majestic predators navigate treacherous waters, dodging lurking crocodiles and wary hippos. The waters are boiling with drama as hippos duke it out for territory, but Mother Nature has other plans. With floods reshaping the landscape, it's a race against time for these bull hippos to claim their slice of the pie. But with every victory comes the looming threat of the river's ever-changing currents. The hippos are itching for some rays, but those sneaky crocs have beat them to the punch. But wait, what's that waiting in? None other than Mafuta's fearless mama, ready to take on those scaly intruders. With jaws snapping and tails thrashing, they are fighting for the best spot in the sun. Bob Jr., the heavyweight champ of his turf, has held sway for years, building his kingdom with muscles and moxie. But now he's facing a gang of upstart lions itching to knock him off his throne. With age catching up to him, Bob's different from the powerhouse he used to be. And those young bloods, they're hungry, they're ruthless, and they're gunning for the crown. Two magnificent manes erupt in a frenzy of fur and fury. It's like a WWE SmackDown gone wild in the savannah. These bruisers are throwing paws faster than you can say Hakuna Matata, all because they won bragging rights to the lionesses. See, only the king of the jungle gets to choose his queen, and the path to the throne is paved with dust and roars. Nope, this fight ain't about some fancy vacation. These two lion dudes are locked in a rumble, not over prime real estate, but over their precious cubs. They're trading blows like heavyweight boxers, and the primal sounds of war echo everywhere. It ain't gonna be a quick dust-up. This chaotic clash looks like it could rage on forever. Lions are crazy for their territory. Here you can see a mighty lion flexing his muscles, facing off against an innocent bull for the ultimate prize, territorial dominance. But who said the lion gets to have all the fun? This bull isn't backing down without a fight. With horns gleaming and muscles bulging, he's giving it all to defend his turf. Two rogue lions, like hairy mafia bosses, are out to dethrone the king. They're teaming up, a double threat with claws sharper than diamonds. It isn't some friendly sparring session. Injury is a guaranteed party crasher at these brawls, the kind of pain that leaves even the most brutal lion whimpering. An angry lion boldly launches an attack on an unsuspecting buffalo. The tables are turned. However, when the buffaloes decide she's had enough, she flips the script on the lion. It whips its head around like a fury catapult and woohoo! Launches the lion sky high with its horns. These three lions, looking like they haven't eaten in a week, are ganging up on this massive buffalo. But this ain't no fainting Fanian. This buffalo's got horns sharper than a critique's tongue and is putting up one heck of a fight. The lions are all biting, trying to bring the beast down, but this buffalo's dodging left and right like a champion boxer. Then the drama changed upside down. The buffalo lands a lucky shot, connecting the horn with the lion in a wince-inducing display of bovine power. A massive elephant, all wrinkles and rumbles, is charging after a car full of tourists. Dust billows in the air as this colossal creature chases after the vehicle. Its normally calm demeanor replaced by a mix of anger and tension. Now, elephants are intelligent animals, but they're also incredibly protective of their territory. You won't believe this. This lion pride is going big game hunting. They've set their sights on a giraffe, a walking skyscraper of an animal. These lions, deciding to skip the antelopes for something more substantial, find themselves facing off against a 4-meter-tall herbivore. But this giraffe isn't playing patty cake. It's like a living skyscraper with a severe case of don't mess with me. You know that chimps are our closest living relatives, sharing 98% of our DNA. Imagine your dysfunctional family reunion turned gladiatorial combat. A mama chimp dodges a hairy gang of rivals like a champ, but things go from bad to horrifying. Another chimp, maybe the new alpha with something to prove, snatches a baby and scales a tree like a furry rocket. This psycho chimp is beating the baby with the viciousness of a mama bear protecting her cubs. It's all about staying in power. Two bull elephant seals square off, each vying to claim the title of the beach's alpha male. Think Bachelor Beach gone wild, with roaring replaced by guttural bellows and beach towels replaced by blubber. The current champion, a scarred veteran with a torn nose like a war trophy, is facing a challenger with something to prove. Here's the crazy part. These battles determine who gets to mate with all the females. The winner gets to rule the beach, while the loser goes back to the bachelor pool, hoping for a chance next season. Funny, yet interesting, right? Up in the treetops, it's a jungle showdown as our chimp buddy swings into action on a quest for grub. But when one of those little monkeys becomes a tasty target, it's a panic situation for the rest. Chimps might sport sharp teeth, but their knockout move? It's a thumping blow that even the hardest critter can't survive. In this troop of 60, led by 7 alpha males, it's a daily dash for dinner, with fruits and sometimes even a cheeky Columbus monkey on the menu. When a raccoon sneaks into chimp turf, the chimps unleash a full-on beatdown, slamming the intruder like they're auditioning for the title of King of the Jungle. It's chaotic, it's crazy, and it's chimptastic. These lions must have been feeling extra brave, or maybe just extra hungry, because they wandered straight into hippo territory, a major no-no in the Savannah rulebook. The hippos weren't exactly thrilled with these uninvited guests. These giant beasts, all snorted and short-tempered, charge at the lion with surprising speed. The newborn hippo bravely steps up to protect its mother from a ferocious lion. With determination in its eyes, the little hippo launches a bold and daring attack, showing that even the smallest can stand tall against the fiercest predators. Lions know a hippo's powerful bite and territorial rage could turn their hunt into a hospital visit. Still, the lions have once again made a critical misstep. They've crossed the line into hippo territory and know they've messed up. Facing the hippo's imposing bulk, the lions make a hasty retreat. They scatter, leaving behind their pride and dignity in a cloud of dust. The hippo, a creature of pure muscle and attitude, is downright dismissive of its opponents. Can you imagine? This rhino charges in, all horn and fury, and the hippo acts like it's swatting a fly. But underestimating your opponent is never a good idea, even for a giant hippo. The rhino's horn, a fearsome weapon, finds its mark, leaving the hippo with some nasty wounds. In the vast open field, a pack of wild dogs sizes up a hippo for an attack. Despite the hippo's imposing size, the wild dogs hesitate to make a move. The wild dogs, sensing the hippo's power, decide to beat a hasty retreat, tails between their legs. Nature's balance at its finest. The lion, king of the jungle. Maybe, but throw some crocodiles into the mix and things get wild. The croc isn't afraid to challenge the throne, especially when it's by the water's edge. Dude, these lions are on our crocodile crusade, stalking their swampy prey like ninjas. But this croc ain't no damsel in distress. It sees those kitty cats coming and throwing down like a prehistoric wrestler. Believe it or not, the croc chases the lions packing, leaving them with muddy tails and bruised egos. Whoa, plot twist! The lions circle back, all curious as kittens with a ball of yarn. This croc isn't moving a muscle. It turns out that the croc kicked the bucket before the lion showdown. Now, the lion's like a confused detective at a crime scene trying to figure out what went down. 3 lions. These golden hunters are out for croc, and they've cornered their prey in the shallow water. This croc is going down with the fight. Remember, it's earned the title Swamp Killer for a reason. Those razor-sharp teeth and powerful tails are weapons honed by years of survival in this murky underworld. The lions, despite their impressive strength, are locked in a fierce struggle. A massive herd of wildebeest and zebras are on the move, a classic migration scene. Suddenly, they scatter like bowling pins in a stampede. It turns out that a lion had decided that lunch was to be served. Lions, those toothy killing machines, love zebras for a quick bite. Easy prey, right? In a shocking turn of events, another zebra, a brave soul one might say, charges right at the lion and changes the whole situation. This video captures a riveting clash between 2 bull moose, their natural instincts driving them to fight. The music swells as the tension builds. These aren't playful nudges, these are full-on battles for dominance, especially during the breeding season when testosterone levels are off the charts. These giraffes settle their disputes in a way that's both bizarre and oddly graceful. 2 towering giraffes, all spots and long necks, facing off in the savannah. Their usual party trick, reaching those super high leaves, is useless in these close-quarter brawls. But these gentle giants aren't about to throw hooves. They've got a secret weapon, their necks. And instead of glowing blades, they've got powerful necks swinging back and forth. In one corner, we have the Black Mamba, a venomous villain with a bite that could send 15 grown men on a permanent dirt nap. Scary stuff, right? But in the other corner, we've got the Mongoose, a furry featherweight with nerves of steel and a serious case of the zoomies. The Mongoose is like a tiny ninja, dodging the Mamba's strikes like a champ. The Mamba hisses and lunges, but the Mongoose just keeps sidestepping like nobody's business. The Mongoose is basically immune to the Mamba's venom. You heard that right, immune. So the Mamba's secret weapon is useless against this furry daredevil. After a while, the Mamba gets gassed, like a boxer who's been chasing butterflies all day. And that's when the Mongoose strikes. With a lightning-fast bite, it severs the Mamba's spine. Sure, it might be a little sad to see the big snake lose, but the Mongoose gotta eat. A lone buffalo, maybe a little lost, wanders into prime lion territory. It's like accidentally walking into the wrong restaurant kitchen, a big mistake. These lions are all about efficiency, like a pride operating a lion drive-thru. They launch themselves at the buffalo with lightning speed, a double dose of fury. It's a messy but undeniably effective takedown. Within seconds, the buffalo is overwhelmed. Hippos are on the hunt for precious water. They need deep pools to stay calm and keep their massive bodies buoyant. Finding the perfect spot is like finding a prime beachfront vacation condo. Everyone wants it. Here's a watering hole that looks quite ideal, but it's already occupied by a grumpy beachmaster hippo. He's hot, he's stressed, and he wants his pool party to remain exclusive. Over 50 thirsty hippos lumber towards the water he was hoping to squeeze in. For over an hour, these battle it out in a slow-motion mudslinging brawl. Finally, after an epic display of stubbornness, the resident hippo wins. A horrible clash happens between a protective mama rhino, her adorable baby, and 3 crafty elephants. The elephants, wielding inanimate objects like seasoned warriors, show off their smarts and scare the rhinos away. Who knew elephants could be so cunning? And just when you think you've seen it all, the rhinos beat a hasty retreat. No match for the elephants' ingenious tactics. A black bear, probably lost and confused, stumbled into the lion's domain, thinking it could just stroll on through. A male lion stepped up to the plate, showing that it was not just the king of the jungle, but also the defender of its turf. The lion wasn't about to let some intruder waltz in and disrupt the peace. With a mighty roar and a few intimidating stares, the lion made it crystal clear. This territory belongs to the pride and no one else. Now, which one did you find the most interesting? Do let us know down in the comment section below, and hit that red subscribe button for more amazing videos.